Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Dilly and Boys podcast.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah. You know what tomorrow is? Because this is going to drop on Monday.
What's tomorrow?
Well, it's not Thanksgiving, but it's our
Fucking
Thanksgiving.
wish it was.
It's our Thanksgiving. Because you're going to be at work, and I'm going to be at work on actual Thanksgiving.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. We got, how big was that turkey you got?
It's a 14-pounder, big dog.
Good sized bird.
Damn good sized bird.
You want to do like that episode on Friends where they like put it on your head and you
Hey.
go get those big old glasses.
You can't forget the hat.
Oh yeah, it's like a top hat, right?
Yeah, it's like the red habit.
Oh, dude. Hey, we should do that.
I don't think any of our heads are fit inside that turkey. That was a big ass turkey on that show.
You just rip it open. All right. Well, anyways, so yeah, we're celebrating Thanksgiving on the 21st, right?
Yeah.
Is it the 21st?
Mm-hmm.
We're celebrating on the 22nd.
Is it 22nd?
22nd. Stand corrected, dog. That's why we need an assistant. Or not. Like, I still probably would get that wrong. But yeah, on the 22nd we're celebrating Thanksgiving. Gonna have some family, open invite to some friends.
Yeah.
We want to have a good time. I personally don't come from holidays. Like, we celebrate one holiday out the year, that was usually Christmas, and everything else.
Yeah,
really.
we celebrate like the major holidays. I mean, we'd always celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas.
No, like, we try. My mom's a nurse. I've always worked jobs that didn't give a single shit about you trying to be at home with. My other sister's a nurse, and then my oldest sister, well, she's kind of same predicament as I am, in the sense of like, well, if they ain't doing it and they ain't doing it, and I guess we'll try, but it ain't gonna be a whole family ordeal.
Yeah.
But this year we're trying to change it up. We got Dilly and the boys. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
We got family is gonna be in town. We're in town. We decided to go ahead and cook, and I'm gonna open invite. If y'all ain't doing shit with your families, hit us up.
Hey, come on over.
Dude, I've done that I've done that a majority of my adult life, and like, it sucks. And even people, I know me personally, I was like, dude, I don't, it's kind of a weird thought, right? Because,
yeah.
and I would always be like, well, I don't really celebrate holidays. But then it never failed. Thanksgiving morning, I'm just like,
yeah,
I'm a little bit sad today because I'm not,
Yeah.
So
I've been there.
So I think we got a whole bunch of sides coming. We got some, over here, Dilly, and especially the boys. They love their meat. Yeah, they love their meat.
Any day that ends in Y.
Sometimes more than once. We got a double helping of some sloppy joes. Dude, now you got me thinking about that movie. Sloppy joes. But yeah, if y'all want to come over, hit us up. I think there will be about a 24-hour window from the time y'all watch this to like. Well, I just want to create some memories. I want to give some people a chance to hang out and do stuff. I understand people get busy, families get busy, people are out of town, whatever. Even if you're trying to double dip for the holidays, get a little bit extra juicy, extra fat, A little bit drunk on the cranberry sauce. Some of them yams.
Y'all can have that.
Whatever, dude. You're just a hater.
Hey, I will stand tall to this day. Cranberry.
How are you going to stand tall? You can't get taller.
Anything cranberry.
You can't get taller.
Can go in the trash.
You're about as tall as you're going to get.
And
you know what? At this point in your life, you're probably just going to get shorter.
So be it.
You stand tall?
Yeah.
And stand on a couple books?
Hey, whatever's going to get me to that point. But anything cranberry sauce, cranberry jam, whatever, trash it.
Nah, it's just cool to look at. It's like, hey, that's a tradition.
Trash it.
Whatever, dude. People have different tastes. Stop trying to be judgmental.
I'm just saying.
Judgmental Jesse. I don't know who Jesse is.
I was like, who the hell is Jesse?
But anyway, so yeah, y'all just let us know, and then Wednesday.
No.
November 23rd, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's coming out?
I do know it's coming out. I don't think they know it's coming out.
Do you know it's coming out?
I do know it's coming out.
You go tell people.
First automotive video is coming out Wednesday, November 23rd, 9 a.m. So be prepared. I mean, it's the beginning of the project, but it's good. It looks good. I think you'll definitely enjoy it.
Yeah. Once again, November 23rd, 9 a.m. Something that we're taking a lot of pride in. We're kind of venturing off into different little categories and stuff like that.
Yeah. Trying a little more.
We're going to go ahead and give y'all a little sneak peek. I think it's about 15 seconds. So I hope y'all enjoy. Boom. And then we'll go ahead and edit. Splice it in, splice it in, splice it in. Edit, edit, edit. Enhance, enhance, enhance. Yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you. Anyways, y'all, that's about 15 seconds of the video. I think the video is almost 30 minutes long. I personally had a lot of fun making it. I got to do some little thingy-majigs with the editing tool that I didn't really know I could do, that I don't have to do for the podcast. But yeah, that's dropping November 23rd.
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
So I'm going to start into like a SummerSlam announcement. Wednesday, 9 a.m.
November 23rd. DATB, bringing the noise. Bringing the energy.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, we just wanted to mention that, something we're excited about, something we're gonna be doing. We kind of we got some stuff on order, so we're moving about as fast as we can go.
Yeah, it takes time.
Supply chain, bro.
Especially for the fact that it's a BMW.
Supply chain. It is what it is.
We had to get the BMW, huh?
I mean, things are moving about as fast as molasses.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We'll get those content. We're trying to do something with the car at least once a week. Mm-hmm. We're trying to rebuild it, at least get it.
The main goal right now is to at least get it started.
We're trying to get it relatively nice looking. But like example, the wheels we're trying to get for it. Yeah. They're probably gonna be 2-3 months, and that's if we can't. That's if we can't find some possible used ones, or if we decide not to go another route. But like that, there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
dude, if I could slip the guy making the wheels a good old white knuckler, you know what I'm saying? Just to get it like a day earlier. I mean
it is.
The cost ain't that expensive for me. I'll just turn the other way.
Yep.
But no, we're excited about it. That's gonna go down. We just want to let y'all know, give y'all a little sneak peek. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. Hopefully y'all share that. Do all the liking and the subscribing and such. Because Dilly and the boy.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
9 a.m. in the morning.
Dude, they're probably watching like, what are they? What is their problem? But anyways, yeah, dude, I'm excited about Tuesday. Like,
oh yeah, I mean,
I've never been a holiday person, but I think there's like a psychological thing that happens with you as you get older. You start understanding like the family concept of holidays.
I mean that's what really holidays should be about, man.
Well, like when you're young, you're like, I don't want to do this with my family.
Yeah, okay, yeah. When you're younger, you're like, man, screw all this. I don't want nothing to do this. And then, like, you know, as you say, you get older, you're like, man, I should invite my mom over for Thanksgiving, you know, the family and everything like that.
They've done all the taking care of, and it's like, yo, now let me...
Y'all
come over.
Yeah.
Let's cook for y'all. It might be burnt. It might not taste that good. Yeah. It is what it is. Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead and get on my soapbox real quick. Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Is the same day every year, right?
Yeah.
Can we stop overlooking it to get to fucking Christmas? Like, bro, Thanksgiving.
I'm going to add on to that. Y'all, here's my biggest thing. Halloween, even before the Halloween's even over, you guys put out Christmas shit in stores. And y'all start Christmas music 3 months in advance.
Was it you who I went to Home Depot with?
Yeah.
We walked in. And this was like a day after Halloween or something. I was going to say,
this is before November.
Like,
just so y'all know.
This is... Yeah, this is a while ago. We walk in, and immediately it's Christmas trees, Christmas music.
And I called it.
And it's like, yo, we still have like a whole...
2 months.
It's like a whole holiday in the middle of like what's going on. And it's like, come on, man.
Dude, I don't get it. Like, let's celebrate Thanksgiving before we start celebrating Christmas, for God's sakes, please.
Well, okay, but to me, it's not even like just celebrating Thanksgiving. Spend time with your family. You're given an opportunity, a federal holiday that's recognized. Kids are out of school. Most people have it off.
Yeah.
Spend time with your family. But people want to jump ahead, and they're like, Christmas. Let's go eat a bunch for Thanksgiving, then go fight everybody else for something that's $20 off. And it's like, bro, people die on Black Friday. That's some crazy.
So I watched a video a long time ago.
Stomped out.
So I watched a video a long time ago, right? And it showed Black Friday in different parts of the world. Overseas, the calmest I've ever seen a Black Friday sale.
It's because we're apes.
When I watched here, like videos of like in the States, good God. I mean, I swore I saw someone get thrown across the floor for grabbing the same item.
People have died.
And then again, I've watched videos of like people overseas for Black Friday sales, and it's like orderly fashion line. Everybody's sitting waiting for them to come in. They're literally applauding people as they're walking into the store, and I'm like, why can't we have it like that sometimes?
No. You know what I think that we need to move to? Is fuck it, Gladiator style. Have a stack of 85-inch TVs. Have a stack of Xbox, whatever the brand new one is, the PS5.
Yeah.
Have a stack in the center, and we gotta duke it out.
You know what?
Whoever, cause I don't want to get stomped out because I'm of a crowd,
Yeah.
dude, I'll go there and I'll go there and watch that. Like,
Go cruise on popcorn. You're just sitting there
getting a discount and
you're
a show.
Going, you gonna die. You gonna die. You gonna die.
Dude, I would go. I don't even care about the discount. I would just be like,
free show.
Let's see what happens. Like, this is fun. But no, dude, Black Friday is such a crazy thing. But it really, like, why do we just overlook Thanksgiving? Why? Like, do you think it's because that people have, like, this ideology of, like, it comes from us, like, our relationship with the Indians?
So, I don't think it's that. I think the reason why a lot of people, they start putting out Christmas stuff early is because people start their Christmas shopping 4 to 6 months in advance. So, they're going to start putting stuff out, like the decoration stuff out, like a month and a half.
But I get that, though. But, like, people don't overlook Valentine's Day as much.
God, no.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what kind of baffles me, too.
But people don't overlook Halloween.
Yeah, that
people don't overlook, like, dude, there's a lot of July 4th. Like, there's a lot of holidays that don't get overlooked. Like, Thanksgiving is just one of those that, boy, they will overlook it. I personally just, I never understood it. Because I'm like, but there's like a whole, like, you're off a whole week from school.
Yeah.
You're not off a whole week for Halloween.
No, you don't get any days off for Halloween.
You're not off at all for Valentine. Like, you're not off, I guess. I mean, there's some of them that fall on, like, when you're actually off. Like, dude, it's just weird. It's weird. Like, for me, obviously, I like to eat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, I think the older that I get, I like feeding people. Like, I like the idea of come over, we'll sit down, we'll have a good time, we'll laugh, crack jokes, do all of the extra stuff. Yeah. And then you get to create memories with people, right?
It
gives me a reason. It gives me a reason to be that person. It gives me a reason to host. It gives me a reason to cook a large feast or a meal. And then, right, me and you've had this discussion. It's going to give us some opportunities to do some other stuff as well.
Absolutely.
You want to elaborate on that one?
So, we have talked about possibly, I think it was next Thanksgiving, we talked about doing this.
Well, I mean, it doesn't, I mean, that was a part of it.
Yeah.
But, okay, so what I was kind of wanting to do, which obviously I know there's a little bit of time constraints at the moment because we are kind of in the middle of a couple seasons. I was wanting to go do something for Christmas. I was wanting to get something for Christmas and then cook what we kill.
Okay, so we have actually planned on doing a hog hunt before Christmas, so that we can get our freezer stocked with. I mean, you get
all the meat.
So I would say you'll average about a year and a half worth of meat just off of.
Well, we'll see.
And it depends on the weight, though. Depends on how big
I mean,
they are.
it just entirely depends, because I mean, you don't want too big of a hog, because then it's.
No, like I said, like the prime weight to hit them is between 50 to 150 pounds.
But this is my logic: is I'll spend $200 on steaks, eggs, like food at the grocery store.
Yeah.
But dude, it's coming from places I don't know where it like. There's so much that I don't know about the food, right? And it's wrapped in plastic.
So you know how you just say you spend $200 to buy steak, eggs, and all that? To get a hog processed is about $300, depending on how big you get them.
But with that being said, though, you know exactly, like you killed the thing. It's you're eating the thing that you killed. And with that being said, at least in the good old state of Texas, you're doing a service to the state because they are an infestation.
They cause millions of dollars in damages.
They're probably the most delicious. Well, I guess lobsters are pests too, but dude, they're like the roaches of the sea. So are shrimp. Shrimp. So good. I love it. If I could go hunt for shrimp.
Fuck it. Bubblegum Shrimp Company.
Bubba. I can't feel my legs. No, man, I have this concept of, and I guess it was exacerbated a little bit by the pandemic. And then, like, we look at kind of the political, like, how everything's going down with things getting a little more expensive or, like, different people change, like, things changing hands. Yeah. And then, like, there's a gas shortage, but then there's not, and there's no diesel, but there is. Like, things are getting so weird to me where it's like, well, why not learn? Like, that's the point of, like, we're curious creatures. Let's learn. Let's invest. What's a $500 hunt and even $300 to process if that means that can get you several months?
Yeah, I guess
4 to 6 months worth of food.
Probably even more.
You know what I'm saying? So, yes, it's expensive, but one, you know exactly what you're eating. Two, you can focus on your own nutrition. You're not eating something that's just all like antibiotic up. Even if it says grass-fed, it's like, how long?
Yeah.
Right? Was it grass-fed its whole life? Was it read books too before it went to bed? Like, at what level was this cow raised? Like,
yeah.
And there's so many different things where it's like you can easily bypass all of that. Going hunting, exploring the land. And I was personally, like, we had this conversation that, well, I think we have a goal right now that we want to go hog hunting. But then I also said, well, if we could find maybe a good deer hunt, yeah, that maybe we would, maybe instead of doing a turkey for Christmas, we would do some pig and venison.
Yeah.
Something.
I'd be down for that.
Cook up some pork chops, some backstrap, get a nice ham. Like, eat the thing that we killed, and then we get to beat on our chest like barbarians, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to start wearing a leafy skirt.
Let's not say you did.
You seen these legs? These legs are,
unfortunately, I have.
These legs are meant to be shown off. No, I don't know. I worry about that because I'm like, in the pandemic, it was like, dude, we had no steaks. It was so hard to like find anything. It's like, but we have millions of feral pigs just roaming around destroying stuff.
Yeah, during the pandemic, we couldn't do shit.
And it's like, dude, if there's one thing that we could afford to get rid of, it's more hogs. Like, so, and then deer too. Like, we were looking at hog costs, and it's like $1,000 or $2,000 to go whitetail, and I'm like, bro, I'll just go to Hollywood Park. Yeah. They're all. I'll just go sit on the side of the road by San Angelo, and just they're everywhere. But that's another one of those where it's like, all right, cool. We have a population that we can explore.
Yeah.
To come down. And then on top of that, like, I wouldn't mind getting into the concept of conservation. Actually being able to go out, get tags, be people that somebody calls, and be able to take out, certain animals. Because that is a huge thing that people don't understand is the idea of conservation through elimination.
Yeah.
You have to get rid of some animals to create new life. And people don't understand that. They're like, how? And I'm like, think about, like, how mad would you be if your 80-year-old grandpa's out here fucking stealing your girlfriend? Like, that's exactly what's happening. These old bulls are stealing all the young, the youngins. Yeah. And they're not able to get them pregnant. They're not able to do anything, but they're beating down all these youngins. And you can't do nothing about it. You have to handle it. So
I
it's,
agree.
and then on the plus side, that old bull or that old, whatever animal we're talking about, it tastes delicious. Right? So not only do you have to kill it, then you get to eat it. And then it's like, you know what? That's pretty cool. I like this.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go hunting again for a good while.
Well, that's the whole point, is if we put a timetable on it that we're gonna try to do this for Christmas. We're gonna try to, and then that also adds more content. If we're going on hunts, we're going to do a vlog style thing based on the hunt. Plus, we're going to get a nice little vacation because I think some of them we were looking at were 3 days and 2 nights.
Yes, there's one. It didn't tell me exactly where it was, but they have 7 ranches here in Texas, and they have 2 up in Oklahoma. And it's a 3-night, it's a 3-day, 2-night stay.
So, well, there was one in Eagle Pass, right?
Yes, there was one in Eagle Pass.
So right now, we're kind of just looking around, but I think that also part of it, me and him both bought some shiny new things for our guns that make us want to go pew pew. So like that kind of, we have to have a reason for why we are spending money on things I guess we can't really use in everyday life. But no, I just really like and honestly, if I was a green thumb person, dude, I would have a garden in the back. Because I think that there is something that's awesome about being self-sustainable to a degree. I understand there's some things you're going to have, right?
Yeah.
You're probably going to have to get fuel from the gas station. There's processed foods that it's just easier to get.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Right. 100%.
But especially with meat, if we can get these animals, package them up, fill our freezer up with all the different types of delicious meats that, hey, we're basically funding our own, we're able to eat good all the time because of we're willing to go out maybe in inclement weather, maybe it's cold, waking up early, whatever, spending the money to do that so we can have an alternative lifestyle that seems to be pretty self-reliant.
Oh, 100%.
And then it's on top of that, dude, I think about this too. And I guess this is a little bit off topic. I think about it in the sense of what happens if we have a reset? Our civilization has a reset, right?
Right. Okay.
All these people who don't know how to do anything without their cell phones, right? Yeah. All these people who don't have any, think about all of the people who've never had to work with their hands or had to do stuff that they're uncomfortable with. We've been over it. There's a lot of people that only do things that they're comfortable with because they don't like the idea of being uncomfortable. Well, what happens when you don't have an office job no more and the guy who knows how to kill an animal becomes significantly more valuable? I think about that, not even in the sense of value, but in the sense of if it comes down to me having to put food on the table of my family, I feel the need to educate myself on, could I?
Yeah.
If I needed to, could I rely on myself to do that?
So I've actually asked that question to a few people, and I've asked them because I've always had people ask me why I want to go back and start hunting again or whatever, and
because I might be a fucking serial killer, and this is just me, me figuring some stuff out.
All right, Jeffrey. But no, it's and I said that, and I was well, the exact same thing. If the world were to completely fall apart, and you were getting no more processed meat, could you go out and kill that animal for food?
But you know what? We've already had a glimpse into that future. When we had that winter storm,
yeah,
and we were out of power, we were out of water, we couldn't get anything on the shelves, you started seeing people act in a very, very, very like
different way,
instinctual, ancestral type of way. Like you started seeing people be like territorial. You started seeing people hoard. Like you started seeing people do all sorts of stuff that like, bro, they could have been the nicest people in the world, but then this happens and you see people like, no, don't touch this. And it's like, well,
yeah.
Why do you need 300 rolls of toilet paper? Like, they need at least a few.
That's when the D-Day preppers are like, our time to shine.
But it is one of those things where, but even the D-Day preppers, they're relying on dried up processed foods, non-perishables. I'm not saying that they won't go out and kill an animal, but they're even relying on things that are processed in a way. So it's like, cool, you can prepare, but the really only way that I feel like if the world was to stop with technology, could I put food on the table?
Yeah.
We have a world full of animals. We have and I hate to say it, there would be natural selection because there's going to be people that do not know how to hunt. They are not resourceful in that sense, right? So I just think about that. Like, I like being well-rounded, and I think about that where it's like there is an ancestral aspect of it that I feel the need. There's a also, I guess, like there's like a Native American belief too. It's like when you kill an animal, you can share, like you can feel their soul. Like there's something about it whenever you're killing an animal and eating that animal, that there's like this thing that happens with the soul, and like you can absorb. I don't know what the exact thing is, but it's a spiritual thing, right?
Yeah.
So
I know what you're saying.
But there's just that thing, and then you get to open up your fridge, and you have food, and you have meat, and then on holidays, right? We don't have to go to the store, so I just think that would be a super cool thing to get into, like us starting to do that. Plus it's going to be fun. We're learning new things. We're getting out. We're getting away from technology for a little while, getting out there for however many days, probably no cell service, leaving the phone at home, and just
it's going to be nice, to be quite honest with you.
And I think that us as humans need a reset. Like I think that there is a huge, how do I put this? I think that there is a uptick in anxiety, depression, and all of these mental things, mental block, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
That coincides with technology, right? Maybe it's social media.
Yeah,
maybe
you got to think about it. So, like, kind of going off exactly what you just said there. Social media, man. Like, you see everybody doing something. Like, everyone's posting their life on social media. And then it's when you see that one person that posts stuff and you're just like, well, shit.
But you know what I'm saying? So you're sitting there all the time. You're waking up to Instagram. You're going to sleep to Instagram. At work, you're getting in trouble. You're falling. Dude, we will literally, in today's day and age, fall behind on things that we need to do.
Yeah.
Just to sit on the toilet for an extra 5 minutes and browse. TikTok is by far the worst. I know people who waste, bro, they can waste hours, and they're like, oh shit, like it's been hours.
Yeah.
The point that I'm trying to make is I think because of all of those aspects, especially the mental stuff, dude, I think that there's a huge benefit and a reset that happens when you just get out in wilderness. And then you bring it one step further by eating what you're killing, and now you're bringing in that ancestral, spiritual type thing to the ball game. And then it's like, okay, cool. Now I'm starting to understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's another big thing for for hunters and people who like to hunt and stuff like that, and getting out there literally, like you just said, leaving your phone at home, not even worrying about what's going on outside of where you're at or what you're doing.
Well, because you know what's happening when you're out there hunting for shit? You're worried about being hunted, right?
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. In most places where you're at least paying, you're probably protected. Like, there's probably somebody there to kind of tell you, hey, what's going to happen, what's not. But, like, example, you were talking about elk hunting.
Yeah.
Well, guess what you're worried about when you're elk hunting? Every other animal that wants to eat an elk.
Yeah.
So, like, you're sitting there trying to stalk this elk. You're trying to cut it off and make sure that your scent, they're not picking up your scent. Like, you're trying to do all of these things and all in the back of your head, you got to remember, I'm not trying to get clawed to death by a damn bear.
Hell no.
Right? Like, I seen that movie with DiCaprio. I don't want to get mauled out by a bear like that. But that's another thing is like when you leave the city, when you leave the cell phones behind, you leave all of this extra stuff, you realize, oh, dude, we're not up here. We're very much down here. Like,
yeah, that's the crazy part to think about is when you're out there and, you know, in the back of your head, like, you know, like, something can come behind you at any point given.
Well, it's humbling.
Yeah.
It's humbling. It's like,
because then you really know where you're at, like, where you stand in this entire ecosystem.
Well, to me, it's like, okay, you're out there and a bear sees you. To me, that exact situation is if you're in the ocean and a shark decides that it wants to play with you. You're screwed. Like, there's not... Do you think you're outrunning a bear? They run like 30, 40 miles an hour.
I'm not running a bear.
They're like 300 to 900 pounds depending on the bear. Like, a teenage bear, I think, is like 300 pounds.
Somewhere around there.
They can run 30, 40 miles an hour. They can climb. Like...
You're not getting away.
Dude, just... But it's one of those things where it's like... There's all of this stuff that adds up and it humbles you, and then it makes everything that much more rewarding because then your place in the food chain.
Yeah.
If I'm out there getting this animal, packing it, doing all this extra stuff, I deserve to have that spot in the food chain because I did that.
Yeah.
But like there's been cases with like elks where they'll like they'll pack as much as they can, go back to camp, and they want to come back more, and a bear's already claimed the carcass.
Yeah, because with an elk, you're not gonna carry the whole thing in one.
Oh, yeah, they're so heavy.
They're gigantic. So yeah, a lot of people, what they'll do is literally grab everything that they feel like they want right then and there, take it, come back, and grab whatever's left.
But like
try to grab whatever's left.
But like the bear claimed the carcass that was left over, and the people just had to leave it.
Well, yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
They had stalked that elk for, I know it was days, but like they had stalked this elk. Like it wasn't just one elk. They were like they were stalking. I don't know.
Multiple.
I don't know if it was a herd or what, but they were like stalking them. They come across. They get it like a good point, like a vantage point, and they kill it. And then all of that just goes... I mean, they had what was in their pack, but it just all goes to shame because then it's like, oh, this bear wants it. But then you have to understand a bear wants it. It's his, dog.
He gonna get it.
It's his. I don't... You know what I'm saying?
I ain't going back to grab more of that bear sitting right there.
But, no, dude, I think... And I would like to do stuff like that. Like... I think that would be an interesting trip.
Yeah, cause I mean, like, you know, kind of going over that elk hunt, like, I mean, it's not just elk out there. Like, there's moose, there's black bears. I mean, hell,
I hear bear is good though.
I have not tried it.
I've heard it's very good.
That's another dream hunt that I have is a bear. But I mean, you even got access whitetail stuff still out there. But I mean,
I think one of my dream hunts though is nilgai.
Yeah,
that's
a good one.
They are super elusive, and if you get a good, like, if you can get one, there's like, because for you to even get close enough to take the shot, you're you know what I'm saying? Like, their scent, their noses are so good that you not only have to find a way to hide your scent, you have to be just far enough with the wind blowing a certain, like, there's so many things, because if not, that nilgai is just going to be out. And Axis is kind of the same, but they're a little more aloof.
Yeah, those are. But I mean, there's so many things to hunt in Wyoming, and I mean, how it's for the hunt, but it's also to see Wyoming itself, to help, like, the countryside of Wyoming.
See, that's how I feel about Montana. Like,
that's another good one.
Like, don't get me wrong, I understand the whole, like, Yellowstone and, like, XYZ, but, like, that was in Montana.
Yeah.
So, like, people can sit there and be like, oh, you only want to do it to go see, like, the Yellowstone stuff, but that is Montana. Like, everything that's in that show, that's
Montana.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that is an actual ranch in Montana, and it's like, it is actually that beautiful. So, yeah, I want to see that. I like majestic scenery. I love mountains. Yeah. I mean, I like seeing all of it. So, for me, I'm just kind of like, I wouldn't mind going out there. I wouldn't mind, like, and then on top of that, you get to hunt, you get to do other stuff, and I think they might have, like, bison and, like, some other stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm very interested in finding out options. I don't want to do the whole exotic thing, because it's like, I'm not trying to just kill to kill. No, I don't want to do
and
that.
I think for the most part, if I'm not mistaken, for exotic hunts, I think they've actually completely, like, stopped.
That's not 100% true, though, because you remember that website we were looking at, $45,000 for whatever it was. I forgot what it was.
Yeah,
but, like, they had.
I'm sorry, it was like African hunts.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, like, I'm talking like that kind of.
They just moved them motherfuckers over to the closest habitat, which is
yeah,
right here in Texas.
But yeah, they completely stopped hunting over there. Which, I mean, that was one of my biggest dream hunts a few years ago. Was an African hunt, and then when I found out they stopped, I mean, I can't be too upset, because I understand why they quit, why they stopped doing it all.
Yeah,
because I mean, there's just especially a lot of poachers over there, and
but okay,
that's what kind of killed it.
But you have to, or you have to, like, put restrictions over there, because you're getting a lot of these really rich people going over there and just killing to kill, and it's like,
and that's exactly what they used to have restrictions.
But it's like, okay, well, that's fine and all, but you can't just be, especially in a world where, like, humans have caused so many species to go extinct.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find a way to preserve some of these animals, because if not, if it comes, dude, they're literally killing elephants to kill. Like, why? What is the? They're killing giraffes to kill a giraffe. Like, what is the
trophy hunts?
That's fine, but I'm completely against that part. Like, I understand to a degree. So, and if that elephant or that, now, this is, sorry to stop you, but this is also me not knowing all of the information, because maybe that giraffe, maybe that elephant, maybe whatever that, maybe whatever the animal is, maybe there was a reason why it needed to be shot.
Yeah.
But I think typically you're not going to get those $100,000 hunts if it needs to happen.
Yes, I know there's a few group of guys, or just a few groups. They used to go to Africa, and when they would shoot an animal, all the meat that they would get would go to the local tribes, or the local villages that were in.
But see, I'm not against that. Like,
no, but that's what I'm saying.
I think that hunters get a bad rap because of who I was just talking about.
Yeah, so, like, the people who are, like, the people who just hunt for trophy kills, Yeah, no, they give. I feel like a lot of them give hunters a bad rap, just because. I mean, yeah, you go out and you shoot let's say you get a 22-point buck, and you sit there and take a picture of it, and
But see, but I don't know, because most of the people that I know,
mm-hmm.
yes, they want that 22-point buck or
Oh,
whatever,
I mean,
and
yeah.
they want that rack that has the measurements, and they want all of that. But man, they're cleaning it. They're using every part of that deer.
Yeah, no, there's definitely people out there like that.
I almost know nobody that killed just for, like, I don't know anybody that kills just for the skull, because if that's the case, you can literally go and buy one if you were just wanting to brag. Because also, with that being said, if you find like a 22-point, buck,
mm-hmm.
or you find, maybe it's not even a high point, maybe it's just the rack is super wide, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it may be, you want that rack. Well, somebody has probably spent a lot of money manicuring that buck to get to the point that he's at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has probably spent tens of thousands of dollars. Now, could you imagine if you're that person who every single season you're like, nope, we're going to keep him around, we're going to keep feeding him, we're going to keep feeding him, we're going to keep feeding him.
Yeah.
And some stupid mother effer comes over and kills that deer, that buck that you had just you invested in 3, 4, 5 years into.
Yeah.
Like, and that happens. And then
unfortunately, it does. It happens quite often, a lot more than we think it does.
Like, that happens a lot, where it's like, that stuff I'm against. But I do think, like, I take a stand, because, like, my sister is one of those people. She doesn't fully understand how hunters can be conservationists. Is it conservationalist or conservationist? Whatever. They stand for conservation. That's the point.
All right.
She doesn't understand how killing an animal can also be protecting a species in a certain area. And it's like, but sometimes you have to.
Yeah, sometimes things just kind of get out of control, things kind of get out of hand. So, I mean, kind of lowering or trying to equal out the population definitely does help out a lot.
Well, and not only that, it gives the younger group to come up,
able to grow,
to come up. If it's a male, it gets to use its instincts, rise to the top, and then do its thing all over again. Like I said, it's like a bull with its heifers, right?
Yeah.
You can't have multiple bulls within a certain distance. You probably can in some instances, but most of the time you don't have several of them in the same pen or the same area, because they will clash. Their instinct is, I'm gonna knock these heifers up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be out here just screwing, giving them all of it, right? But if you have a bull why do you think a bull that can produce is so expensive? Right?
People pay pretty penny for those.
A bull that can't is almost worthless.
Yeah.
You could probably just get rid of it. Like, somebody would just probably kill it if it's infertile. The same thing with the heifer, right? Like, if it can't have, they would probably just get rid of it. It's the same across, I don't care which way you slice it, across the whole animal kingdom, stuff like that happens. Yeah. And maybe it's just we feel this, like, God complex because we're humans and we can drive cars and we can build buildings and we can shoot, we can engineer stuff. But I mean, it needs to happen. Like, I think one of the kind of coolest, like, one of the coolest relationships with nature to me is rabbits.
Really?
Think about it. They're literally built to be food, right?
Okay.
So what is their one great quality of them as an animal? They fuck like a jackhammer. Right? They will produce. So even though all of these animals will use them as a chew toy, you ain't going to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Because they're just screwing everything. Boom, 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 boom. To me, it's so interesting because it's like, whatever you believe religion-wise, something somewhere right? Put this little bitty fuzzy creature on this earth to do nothing but screw so much that you can't kill it off.
That's wild.
Right?
That's crazy to think about.
You can kill off a lot of other animals. A little bunny rabbit, they screw so much that you just cannot, all the predators in the world, you can't kill them off.
Can't get rid of them?
Dude, animals are trying to kill them. We're trying to kill them.
Yeah.
We even have them as pets. We can't, there's nothing we can do about the population of them. Yeah, where it's like, they're just there.
I mean, they make good pets too.
Like, to me, it's just, that's a funny, like there's other animals, right? Like a skunk. Okay, cool. I'm going to spray you if you threaten me. Hedgehog, a porcupine. Like, yeah. There's all these animals that's like, nah, I'll get you if you come after me. A rabbit's like,
bye.
A rabbit's like, if you get me, there's 10 more. There's 10 more coming. Like,
nah, that's more catch me if you can. They're off and they're gone.
Yeah, but they're not that fast. Like,
they're pretty quick,
dude. Compared to us, compared to a predator, probably not.
I've seen some outrun some predators.
I think my dog could probably catch a.
I've seen them outrun.
I mean, I'm not saying that it can't happen. I'm just saying, like, I think for the majority of predators,
yeah,
like they're probably like if they wanted to, they're probably. Which I guess I don't know all of the predators. I mean, technically, like a Komodo dragon's a predator, but I don't really think about it.
No, I think the rabbit has a good handful of predators.
Yeah, but like a Komodo dragon is slow.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess there's like different.
Yeah.
Because there's rabbits that live in the desert, right? Probably get eaten by monitors and stuff like that.
Something like that.
But like, that's why I want to go hunting, man. I want to introduce myself. Give my soul. Give that piece of me. The chance to learn that ancestral, like, kind of instinct. Because we have those instincts, right? Like, you have that instinct. We have it in politics. Where it's like the right versus the left, right? Yeah. Or my neighborhood versus your neighborhood. Or red versus blue. Or Christians versus Catholics. Or Jews versus, I guess, the world right now. According to Kanye West. But, like, because it's just one of those things where there's like this ancestral thing about us. Yeah. And that's what we are, right? Is like, I mean, we're apes. You watch apes in the wild. They do the same exact thing as us. They just don't live in cities.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
They have their leaders. They follow. The women do the women things. The guys do the guy things. Like the babies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a weird... That's us. That's us. We just know how to dress and build shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they're smart fuckers too, man.
Well, no, 100%. But it's like we have this. I think that we have this urge to act like we're better than. But no, it's in our genetics. It's in our genetics. Think about the amount of time that us as humans has lived in a technological era.
Oh, decades.
But compared to the human race, right?
Yeah.
Probably, like, I haven't done the math, but it's not a lot. Like, you're talking, when would you say that we started becoming, like, technologically efficient?
Ooh. I would probably just say...
Maybe the moon landing? I guess that was probably. I mean, I guess
I would say that was the start of.
I mean, World War One. I guess it depends how you want to look at technology, right? Because World War One, I think they started introducing some new weapons, but like actual technology, I would say 60s, 70s. Because wasn't that around the time of the moon landing? I probably should have looked that up, but
I think the moon landing was in the 60s.
But like my point is like that's not very long. Let's just go to the 50s. Right?
Okay.
It's still not 100 years. And you're talking about going back thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and we're still learning about there's a possibility of just how far we went back on this earth. And it's like we fight these urges, and it's like, Bubba, we're new.
Yeah.
Like, we're brand new. We don't know anything.
Right.
It's like, why are we the only animal that does not do what our genetic instincts are? A dog, a retriever, is gonna retrieve.
Yeah.
Right? A pointer is gonna point. A Labrador is probably gonna love the water. Right? Mm-hmm. A pit bull is going to want to fight. I'm not saying dog fights, but like in a protective species type of way, because that's what they were designed to be.
Then you get the blue heelers that are used for cattle.
Dude, was I talking to you about it?
Yeah.
They're like hanging out of the window, drooling, and they've never seen a cow in their life. And you're driving through the country, and they're like, they're breathing heavy, and you're like, what is that? Like, he knows that there is a connection. We're the only animals. Bears know, go to the stream, try to go, like, upstream salmon. Fish know, go upstream, lay eggs. Like, every single animal knows. Sharks go to the same mating ground. Turtles lay their eggs in the same place. The list goes on, right?
Yeah, the list is.
We are the only animal that it seems like we try to go against our genetic makeup.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool. But maybe that's partially something to do with all of the rest of the anxiety. Like, could you imagine we come from our genetic background, like our ancestors.
Yeah.
Had to fight predators. Right? They had to stay up all night to watch over to make sure nobody got them. If they were cold, they had to start a fire.
Yeah.
Not with a lighter.
Rocks.
With shit that we don't even, you know what I mean? How many people actually could do it now? Like, they have to hunt what they kill. They have to turn that animal into clothing. And it's like, by no means can I do any of that. But my point is like, we have that. Maybe that's why we have anxiety. Okay. We come from ancestors that were always having to be on alert. Well, now we're just sitting on the couch on Facebook.
Yeah, that's crazy just to see where we're at now, like where we originally came from.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, your instincts is to always be worried about something because that was what our ancestors had to do. So now, because we don't have to worry about the big bad wolf, now our anxiety has to find another thing. Maybe it's not anxiety. Maybe anxiety is our protective features.
Yeah.
Our anxiety's like, something ain't right. We need to, but we have everything so safe instead of making that connection.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we're so scared to be uncomfortable that it's like you're never gonna get out of that way. So for me, I just think that there's like getting out of your own way, seeing what that ancestral type of thing, there's a connection there that I want to feel, that I want to learn, that I want to bring into my life, plus being able to eat what I kill, being able to what's the word? I can't think of what it's called. I want to give thanks or cherish, or I can't think of the word, to the animal. Like, the animal is giving me nourishment.
Yeah, it's also a lot of people don't really look into stuff like this, but it's also the experience, man. The experience is on a whole nother level. Is you know sitting in a blind or stalking whatever you're gonna try to shoot. Being on the middle of literally nowhere, and you have the scenery, you have the view.
Yeah.
You're coming over, and let's say you're out in Montana, Wyoming. You know, hell, I mean, I know people who actually go to Alaska, but it's
Dude, I'd be down.
yeah, like, and
Heard Alaska's gorgeous.
I've seen of a few Wyoming hunts, and man, that view is phenomenal.
But see, stuff like that, like once again, I think that there is a reason why we're connected to nature, right? Like there is a feeling when you're out in wilderness, like when I went to Colorado, you're literally next to a stream, and there's cabins,
Yeah.
right? But you're next to a stream, there's fish in the stream, and there's mountains in the background. There is something about that part where you're just like, oh yeah, this is how it's supposed to be.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. So I love Colorado, man. I absolutely love Colorado. My dad used to live up there, and we go. We most of the time we'd go every winter or every other summer, and man, it was amazing every time we went. I loved it.
Well, I'm just excited for the opportunity. I'm excited for growth. I'm excited to learn some new stuff.
Yeah.
Right? I'm excited to learn gain some new hobbies. Become a student again. Don't act like I know what I'm doing, because I don't.
Yeah.
We're stepping into a brand new world. Even if we've been hunting before, it was under different circumstances more than likely. Right? And as we try to get into this hobby, we'll get a little more extreme, a little more extreme, a little more extreme, to the point maybe we're in Wyoming and we're tracking down these elk, and we're staying out in a tent overnight because we don't want to lose our position. So
yeah,
I'm excited for it, bro. Hopefully we'll have some more updates on when we're doing it. We don't like to announce anything until like it's for sure thing. But hopefully
we're hoping to try to get out there as soon as we can. I know for sure deer season ends January 1st.
That's South Texas, right? I thought North Texas, you said it was different. Like January 13th?
No, that one's January 5th.
What was Central Texas?
January 1st is where we're at. Yeah. So our deer season will end January 1st. So hopefully we got a deer hunt coming up soon. I'll let you guys know a little more about that once I get a little more information on it. The hog hunt, I mean, that's year round. So, and then hopefully
Texas, baby.
Absolutely. Hopefully, I'll be going on a hog hunt next month at some point. So I just need to get a hold of my contact there and double check all the information on that one. But other than that, I mean, once we get official dates, once we get everything coming up, we'll definitely let you guys know what's going on.
So, once again, November 23rd, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. First car episode drops. I think y'all just be on the lookout. We're just gonna be dropping some random content at this point, because we're trying to, what's the word? Trying to manifest.
There it is.
Oh, trying to manifest this shit. But yeah. You got anything else?
No, I mean, I've said everything.
Cool. All right, y'all. Well, y'all go ahead and like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Like I said, just check it out. The new video, November 23rd. we're trying to put in as much time as we possibly can to bring y'all some exciting new stuff.
Yep.
It's trying to get us out of our comfort zone. So, you good?
I'm good.
Cool.
Y'all good? All right.
Peace.